Alright, you are welcome to Design with PG Studio in 14 days. Yesterday we started with the definition of graphic design, the types of graphic design, and who is a graphic designer. So today we are starting out with the principles of graphic design. So the principle, when we say the principle, we are simply talking about the rules a designer must follow to create an effective and attractive composition. So I'm going to take you through these 7 basic principles of design that will make your next project stand out. So the first principle is emphasis. So if let's say that you are starting you are creating a poster for a concert, you should ask yourself, what is the first piece of information my audience needs to know? Is it the band or the concert venue? What about the day and the cost of attending this concert? So just make a mental outline and then let your brain organize the information and then lay out your design in a way that it communicates that order. You can see that if the band name is the most essential information, place it in the center or make it the biggest element on the poster. Or do you understand? Or you could put in you could put it in the strongest bold type. It's just like you writing without an outline or building without a blueprint. If you start your composition without a clear idea of what you are trying to communicate, your design will not succeed. That's why the first principle is emphasis. When you are giving your audience what they are expecting, it will make that composition to be successful. So the second principle is balance and alignment. Okay, never forget that every element you place on a page has a weight. The weight can come from your color, size, texture. It just like you could put all your furniture in one corner of a room. You cannot crowd all your heavy elements in one area of your composition. That means that if you are doing a design, you cannot just cluster everything in one place, in one area. Just bring everything, you bombard it in one place. No, it's not meant like that. With you doing this thing, it will make your audience feel as if their eye is sliding off the page. That is why symmetric design creates balance through equal weighted elements aligned on each side of a center line. Do you understand? By you doing this thing, it will make the reader's eye to have that balance and aligned principle effect. And again, it will make your work not to be boring. So the next principle is contrast. Contrast is what people mean when they say a design pops. It comes away from the page and sticks in the memory of the people. So you can see that contrast creates space and difference between elements in your designs. Whenever you are working with your background, it needs to be significant. That's whenever I'm doing design, I'll find a background that depicts whatever I'm doing. And the background that you use on your design is supposed to be different. In other words, making your work harmoniously and able and readable. So these are the things that you have to look in your designs. So the fourth principle is repetition. Like me, I limit myself in 2 strong typeface, and let me say in my design you only see 3 strong colors. So if you limit yourself to these things, you can see yourself repeating some stuffs, and it is okay because you are giving your design that sense of belonging. Let me say that the background that you are using has a yellow color, and in your design you added that yellow color in it. It will make your design, it will make repetition more effective in your design, and reputation is good. Do you understand? That's why reputation is one of the principles in design. It's not that you make everything, you repeat everything. No, it's not like that. You can just stick on, let me say you are using 2 fonts, you stick on that 2 fonts. If you are using 3 colors, you stick on that 3 colors. You keep on repeating it in a way that it will be appealing to the eye. Do you understand? So the next principle is proportion. So proportion is the visual size and weight of elements in a composition and how they relate to each other. Do you understand? It often helps to approach your design in section instead of as a whole. So you can see grouping related items can give them importance at a smaller size. Proportion can be achieved only if all elements of your designs are well sized and thoroughly placed. Once you master alignment, balance and contrast, proportion should emerge. Do you understand? Okay, the next principle we are talking about is movement. Okay, let's go back to our concert poster. If you decide the band was the most important piece of information on the page and the venue was the second, how would you communicate that with your audience? Movement is controlling the elements in a composition so that the eye is led to move from one to the next and the information is properly communicated to your audience. Okay, you can see that movement creates the story or narrates your work. We are saying that a band is playing at which location, at what time, how can we get their ticket? So you can see that the elements above, especially balance and alignment and contrast, will work together to give you that goal. Okay, if you look at your designs and feel your eye get stuck on anywhere on its element, let me say that an element is too big or is too slightly off, make sure that you do it until you get this movement correctly. This principle is white space. You can see that all other elements that we are discussing is what you add to your design, but white space or negative space is the only one that specifically deals with what you don't add. So white space is exactly that empty page around the elements in your composition. That's the simplest meaning. It's just that empty space that you leave in your design. You can see in my designs, I usually add some of my stuff. The white space, it doesn't mean that the space must be white. It's just simply talking about creating that hierarchy and organization in our designs. Okay, this is the end of the class. If you have any question or you don't understand anything, you can simply ask me. I will be here ready for your question. I still remain PG Studio NG, your coach. Thank you very much and God bless you.